Welcome to Fat Over 40. My name's Miles, and in this episode we're going to talk about, is the weight on the scales really the weight on the scales? Now, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. There's a new film every single Friday, and if you like what you hear, please give us a thumbs up. But more importantly, comment down below. Let me know what you think about this subject. Now, I've been losing weight lately, which is great, and a lot of people have asked me, hey, Miles, I don't know why I said hey. Maybe sometimes they say hey, maybe sometimes they don't say hey. But anyway, they say, look Miles, how much have you lost now? And the honest answer is, on the scale, I've actually not lost any more weight than I'd lost this time last year. And this time last year I was at my lowest I've been, which is 215 pounds, or just a little bit over, it's 97.5 kilos, or 15 stone 3. Now I'm going to put a picture on the screen. This was me last year when I weighed the same weight as I do now. So this is me last year, and now I'll put a picture of my face, which is me this year at the same weight. Now look at these photos, yeah? I am the same weight. I mean, it's like chalk and cheese, right? So my body shape has changed dramatically, I think, between the two photos in the last year. And obviously I've put on lots of muscle. So when people say, how much have you lost? It's like, well, I've definitely lost more body fat, right? But I've put on muscle, I've changed my sort of shape, and I'm still like the same weight as I was last year. Look, I just thought it was very important to sort of point this out, because you can get really wrapped up in the numbers, you can get wrapped up with the scale, and oh so many times you sort of step onto the scale after you've been really good with your diet and you've been exercising loads, and you see very little change, or sometimes you even see like a gain. So we all know that muscle weighs more than fat, and this is what's happening to me now. So, overall, when I think about how little muscle I had, I really wish I'd had like a DEXA body scan when I first started my journey, but when I think about how little muscle I had right at the very beginning of my journey, when I was at my heaviest, versus where I am now, I must have lost a lot, right? A lot of body fat in terms of weight, and even though I've lost, say, just shy of 6 stone now, I've definitely lost more than 6 stone because I've put on more muscle within that time. Does that make sense? I think I've lost more than 6 stone of body fat, as it were. Yep. So I just wanted to sort of show you the truth, the reality between me this time last year and me this time this year. Go do the maths, I weigh exactly the same, but I can tell you I'm still feeling fantastic. So there we go. If you haven't seen my last DEXA scan video, then click here. If you've not seen last week's video, then click here. And if you're not subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Click here. And if you make one change this week, don't pay too much attention to the scale so you don't die fat.